Standing on an oil discus, he would make fools of those who rushed at him and tried to push him off it.
Hey everybody, John Abdo, author of Wolves of Croton, The Untold Story of Milo. I want to bring all of you just some audio snippets. I think you'll be very interested to hear some of these snippets. Obviously, it'll go into more detail in the book, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy their stories. Let's listen to some audio clips from Wolves of Croton, The Untold Story of Milo. Thank you for listening.
The greased disc. Wearing a leather brace to support his back, an elderly man who is pushing a large cart strikes a crack in the floor while wheeling the barrel of olive oil to the caterers. He fails, though, to stop the container from toppling over. The vessel smashes to the floor, spilling most of its contents, while its greasy wooden lid slides across the hall, stopping within mere inches of the victor's throne. As he blushes with embarrassment, the old man finds his pride even further humiliated when a group of dogs begin lapping their tongues inside the barrel and across the oil-smeared floor. Several onlookers rush in to help the old man, attempting to kick the dogs away and return the barrel to the cart, but all the people who do so slip and fall on their asses, turning an embarrassing accident into an overtly amusing event, one that certainly entertains the crowd. Standing in the middle of the gathering with three of his compatriots, another detractor shouts to Milo that the Olympiad Wrestling Champion cannot defend himself while standing on that greasy disc. Always up for a challenge, Milo, the one who catches and controls greasy pigs, steps off his throne and straddles his feet against the sides of the lid. Unpretentiously, he begins to place one foot onto its surface, followed by the other. After intentionally wobbling his stance and flagging his arms, Milo slowly positions both feet onto the disc. "Come," Milo calls to the man. "Try to cause me to slip off this disc." Hesitantly, the man approaches Milo, realizing that if he falls into Milo's grip, he will certainly have to visit Califon's clinic himself. To increase his chances of succeeding, the man proceeds to tip the barrel and pour the remaining oil onto the already oiled wooden disc and Milo's bare feet. As the crowds boo and cuss at such a dishonorable act, the man is busy circling around so as to avoid Milo's grip. Realizing the man is remaining out of reach, Milo spots 3 of his compatriots standing off in the distance. The champion then suggests, "Bring all your teammates. If any one of you can push me off this disc, I will grant you my victor's crown." The man's compatriots commence with angry gestures. "You idiot! What has our loud mouth gotten us into now?" Nobody has a clue as to what can be expected. But the onlookers start shouting at the man and his friends, to the effect of, "You men are deadbeats. Milo accepted your challenge. Now man up and let your actions speak louder than your feeble words." As the entire scene is playing out, bettors and gamblers try to stall the engagement, so as to collect as many wagers as possible. The detractors huddle up, then quickly deduce that their best approach is to surround Milo, believing they only need to cause the Crotonian to bend, twist, or lean, as even the slightest displacement will cause him to slide right off the disc. With one in front, one on each side, and another facing Milo's back, the 4 men reverse count, 3, 2, 1. Then, in a fumbled sequence, all the men simultaneously push into Milo. "How can that be?" one onlooker asks in amazement. Milo is as solid as his mounted bronze statue. As all 4 men slide off Milo's body, 2 of them knock their heads into one another, and the other 2 bounce right off Milo's knees. All the men embarrassingly collapse onto the floor, where they get the oil lapped off their bodies by the very same dogs.
I'm John Abdo. I want to thank you for listening. Here's a link on how you can get a copy of my book, Wolves of Croton, The Untold Story of Milo.